Okay, so we've gathered here to discuss Katie today and the issues that we are continuing to have with her. So, and the issues that we've discussed earlier are her staying in the assigned area, following directions, and kind of developing that self-autonomy. So would you say that's correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you, let's talk about staying in the assigned area, because from what I've seen, she doesn't stay in her assigned area for, the amount of maybe instruction or the amount of time that's actually required for the activity that she's doing. What have you seen?
I've seen her get very easily distracted and not stay and move from the assigned area. I have seen her refuse to be in the assigned area.
All right. And then following directions, that goes again with staying in the assigned area, because when she's redirected, she's also not complying at times. Mm-hmm. Do you concur with that?
Yes, I do.
And developing that self-autonomy and kind of being self-motivated with what she should be doing. Again, that she really exhibits that from what I've seen when she's in centers or easily distracted by others. Wouldn't you say that?
Yes, she has a lack of self-awareness and the ability to she's not aware of what she's doing. I think at times she's not aware of her surroundings at times, and she's very self-centered and is dependent on others to please what she needs.
Oh, I think that's correct, because she continues even after we have gone through what's expected, what's expected in the situation in the classroom, mm-hmm. or as we're going down the hallway too. She says yes and she understands it, but then is unable to fulfill that, mm-hmm. even though she says she understands that. So I like how you worded that.
She becomes very dependent on others.
Correct. All right. So, and prioritizing, I would say number one would be staying in an assigned area, just because of safety. Yes. For the teacher, for the class, and again, for her safety, to ensure that she's staying with her group and she's able to learn what is being taught. And I think that if we can go ahead and solve or help to work in that direction, we can actually, the other issues can fall into place. Mm-hmm. So what do you think would be 2 and 3, or how would you go about ranking those?
Well, the safety concerns obvious with staying in the assigned area. Following directions would be the next thing, and that goes right along with staying in the assigned area, because, obviously that would be a directive. And then helping develop her self-autonomy and creating an environment that helps her become more independent and self-sufficient.
I agree, and with creating, we have to create that environment, and I think that we will need to develop maybe a further plan, maybe at a different meeting, to go ahead and to address that with more in detailed steps, especially for that self-autonomy. And maybe that's something that we can also work with the parents, and creating some things that she can do herself while, because she really does like those jobs. So for a plan for staying in the assigned area, some things that we've discussed previously and that I've come up with are to utilize, number one, a behavior chart to track and to reinforce the behavior that is wanted, and go ahead and help her realize that her behavior, there is, a kind of a cause and effect to it. And I put a time limit, mainly for, we can adjust this, but I'm thinking for on the carpet, we can, say once you get here and we're able to judge that she's not just getting up and walking away, because that's been an issue that we've discussed, kind of putting a time limit, maybe 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Because
using a visual timer for that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I like that. We can add a visual timer to that. And then being able to, give her either that verbal positive reinforcement or a sticker. Because we go ahead and we use the reinforcements in the classroom, our weekly reinforcements, but especially for her, that's not as...
it's not immediate enough.
Yeah, immediate enough for her. And so the end of the week is too long for her to go ahead and get that that reinforcement that she really needs to continue that positive behavior. We've also talked about implementing a photo picture schedule with her, so that maybe that can help for her to go ahead and be ready for what's coming next, and as well as following through, and to help reinforce what she should be doing instead of what she is doing.
And knowing what the appropriate times are to be in whatever place that you're wanting her to be in.
So, and that'll also help, because, there are those certain times in the morning that is required that the students are on the carpet and not at centers, or not helping or assisting the teacher. So, and in order to track that we can maybe go ahead, for tracking wise, we can do a tally about how, when it helps, when she's able to realize, and kind of, we can she can be verbally redirected in the classroom. It might be a way to track that. And also, we've discussed positive reinforcement chart, or a choice board, which is different than the behavior chart, and getting stickers, but for the positive reinforcement chart or choice board, she's able to choose what she is working towards with her behavior, and every time she does it without being reminded or told, she's able to put that sticker on it. And so that's a way to track that daily, or for each
positive thing that she does.
Correct. And for
that would give her ownership
over, that's where I was going.
Over her behavior and over what she earns.
Correct. And she gets to choose that, so that allows her to be more in control.
Thus helping with the self-autonomy,
and
that environment.
And then, but it's also, yes, I like that one, and I'm interested to see how that'll work. So, and then in the classroom, having this data collected will help to see if any one of these works better than the other, and how we can move forward. So, was there anything else that you wanted to add in? Any ideas that you had to help to continue or might be better suited for Katie and her issues.
No, I think that we've covered some good points, and we will need to go ahead with the plan, monitor and adjust as needed.
All right, I will get these copies made and charts to the teacher, and we will start with this on Monday.